I keep finding myself enjoying Agatha all along more than I think I will each week. Sometimes the episodes start a little rocky but pick up steam by the end. Last week's felt a bit rougher than most, but I like the rock and roll version of The Witch's Road, and now I realize that last week's episode was mostly just a setup for this one. After all, last week we dealt with a whole mother-daughter trial on The Witch's Road where Alice, Allianne, had to break a generational curse, and it turned out the song her famous rock star witch mother had made an international hit was actually a ward protecting her daughter from the evil demons of the curse. What a touching moment. We learn just how dark this show actually goes when they take that moment and follow it up with yet another mother-daughter beyond the grave trial in this week's episode. This time, the ghost of Agatha's mother, Evanora, visits them and tells Agatha, "You were evil from the moment you were born. I should have killed you when you came into this world." Ouch. Agatha seems genuinely upset by this and at the prospect of her coven leaving her behind to be tormented and possessed and who knows what else by her dead mom. The possession that takes place moments earlier is the creepiest scene in the show so far. When Agatha's mother starts to absorb her, Alice jumps in and blasts some of her own magic into the mix, trying to save her even as the others warn her against it. This dispels the ghost, but immediately Agatha, Catherine Hahn, begins to absorb Alice's powers. It's a shocking moment and the rest of the coven scramble to stop her. The only thing that does is when teen Joe Locke rushes over the Ouija board and discovers a new name, which he shouts at Agatha, Nicholas Scratch, her son, and apparently her dead son, at that. "Stop, Mommy," the ghostly voice says, and she does. But it's too late for Alice. Just one episode after breaking her family's curse, Alice lies dead on the ground, and the witches, and especially Teen, are not happy. Only Rio, Aubrey Plaza, seems unfazed by all of this. She's a curious cat. When they go broom riding, she cackles just like the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. When things go upside down during the Ouija board game, she dances around in glee while everyone else freaks out. Most curiously of all, when the Ouija board answers, "Who is this?" With death she laughs out loud, as if she knows something nobody else knows. My guess, she's not Rio at all, but rather death personified. In the comics, death takes on many forms when visiting the corporeal world, but the most common are a skeleton in black robes and a woman. When Rio shows up on the Witch's Road, she tells the others that she's here to collect her bodies. Now she has two. Well, maybe more. After Agatha steals Alice's power, she goes outside and looks contemplative until Teen shows up. He's mad and she sputters excuses. She couldn't control it, she tells him, it was an accident. "Stop lying," he says angrily, and then a shift happens. Agatha changes entirely. With a sly, genuinely evil grin, she says, "You're just like your mother." The Wanda theme starts to play. She walks away and we see Teen begin to change. Magic crackles at his fingers. Suddenly both Jen and Lilia's eyes turn a weird blue and they grab Agatha, dragging her relentlessly over to a nearby patch of quicksand, where they throw her in unceremoniously. She begs for help as she's sucked under. Then Teen uses this sudden magic to hurl both other women into the quicksand. As they sink beneath, crying out desperately, we see Teen begin to change.